everyone, Colleen here. I just wanted to show you this fun little card that we made in class the other day. I found the original on Pinterest and it had excuse me, pumpkins and a wreath on it. But I thought that the wavy blooms, which is this one here, would look really lovely on it. So that's D1654. All the information and instructions will be on my blog. This card here is a 6x4, but the one I'm going to show you today will be the 5.5 by 4.25 inch card, just to show that it can be made in either size. So we'll get started. This one's in honey and this one's in hollyhock, and it just folds flat like that to go into an envelope, and then you just write in there and you just sit it like that as when they receive it. So yeah, so let's get started. So the card stock is 8.5 by 5.5, folded at 4.25, and we're going to bring our trimmer in, and we are going to place it on the 5.5 inch length at 1.5 inches, and then we're going to cut down to 4.25 inches. So we're just cutting down to the fold line. So we're going to pick that up and we'll turn it over, and we're going to lay it in again at 1.5, same point, 4.25, and just cut back up. So that gives us 2 even sides. So what would that be if I'd laid it in and cut? That makes that 4 inches that would go in at. So the first one is 1.5 and then in at 4 inches. So that's probably the best way to have done it. So that's all done. Now we remove our cutter, and we're going to take these 2 little side edges and add some adhesive to them, and we're going to actually stick those back down just like that. So they serve no real purpose than just to be the side edge of the card. The portion that makes the card is this little flap here. I've cut our 2 little side panels. I've cut this out of our Basics Fundamental, and this one's slate, and it's cut at 1.5 inches by 4.25. And we're just going to attach those to here, one on either side. It was just such a lovely little card. When I saw it, I thought, oh, that's a nice one to show my ladies in class. Right, now that that's done, excuse me, we're going to bring in our scoreboard, and we're going to lay our card over, and we're going to score it at 2 1/8 of an inch on this one, and on the other one you'll score it at 2 inches on the other side. So that's it there, so that it's scored in half. Put that away, and then we'll fold that up. So that creates the easel centre part of our card. So how quick and easy it is. Now over here we've got our piece here, measures 4.25 by 3.25 inches, and this one here is 4 by 3 inches. On the other card it will measure 4 by 4, but that's, I'll have, like I said, I'll have all the measurements on the blog. So what we're going to do is take our happy birthday stamp, which is one of my favourites, Joyful Birthdays. It's just such a versatile stamp, that one, and I'm going to stamp it in honey ink because that's our base colour. I'm going to put that off up into the top corner, just like that, and then we shall attach this to the front panel here, just like that, and then we're just going to add some adhesive to this section here, which is the 2 1/8 inch piece. Fold that flat, and then lay this on and make it as in the centre as humanly possible. press it down, and there we have it. Except I didn't do that very well. We'll try that again. So we'll start at the bottom. And I've got ink all over my hand. That'd be right. Still, I'm going to cover that so it's not too bad. There. So that will sit up like that. Yes, I definitely have got ink on my hand. So it'll sit like that. Okay, so what comes next is we're going to actually take a piece. Now this is 4 by 8 inches, and I've got fern, honey, I'll move the card out of the way from it, I don't want to put more ink on it, and hollyhock ink. And we're just going to take this with a piece of scrap paper underneath, and we're just going to blend our hollyhock ink in, and then use some honey. So this is just a nice easy way to add colour to flowers without actually having to sit there and colour in, because I'm not the best colouring in person in the world. So then you just add some more ink, and you just keep going right across till you fill up your piece of cardstock. It doesn't look much, but here's one I prepared earlier. Oh, so there it is there. So that's all done, and that's with the 3 coloured inks. Just move them out of the way. And then we're going to take black memento ink, and we're going to, excuse me, we're going to stamp on top of this. So I'll add a bit of foam underneath. And we're going to take our large flower first from the wavy blooms. So we're using this one, and this one here. We'll cut 2 of these, 3 of these, and whatever else we get out with that one. Usually about 5. So we'll just ink up, and then we'll place this. Make sure you can see. Press down. There's our first one. And I try to get them into the corners so that I can, yep, that'll work nicely there. There's our next one. And then we'll take 3 of these ones. I'll put one over here. And you try and get them as snugly in as possible without touching. Sometimes they do touch a little bit, but I will put the next one in here, and then we'll just fill it up with this little one here. Oh, see what I mean about overlapping? I wasn't paying attention. But that won't really matter because they'll be covered up, these ones. These are just like little fillers. So do a better job than me and you get more out of it from here. But to save time and you don't have to watch me cut out, I've already pre-done them. Ta-da! And I also added a bit more yellow to a little scrap piece and made 2 yellow centres for the bigger flowers for after. So now we shall assemble the card. Now I've got 3 of them. I've already put some foam onto the back and onto one big one, and I'm just going to see how I want to put it together. I might even copy the other one. It'll be slightly different because of the shape. This one is more long and narrow and this one here is a much wider look, but it will still have the same effect. And no more ink, I hope. So we'll put our first one up here at the top, and when you're gluing, just sort of glue to one side so that it doesn't stick the rest of the card down. We'll take one of these and put in the middle. That'll just hide anything, and then we'll just take some of these ones here and randomly put them on. I'll take that in under there. That one there. Take one of these lovely ones. Actually, I might get the one with, no. Attach that to here. So I might move it over a little bit more. Because you want them to sort of have this random pattern so that they hang off the card. It just gives it a really nice look. Lift this one up and move it over a bit. Because I'm trying to hide most of the bottom that I can. And this one here, we'll put over here at the top. That can fit there. A little bit of glue. A bit of glue everywhere. Just a moment, I'll just get my little puffer. Sometimes if you get too much glue and you've got a little puffer, just dab that on and that'll just stop them from being sticky, because I over glued. This one down in here. And then I think we might pop that one there in the centre. Like I said, it was all guesswork with this one because it's a different shape to the other one. Pop that in there. Take our big flower here and have that coming off there. Yep, that'll work nicely. A couple more of these tucked in. And I might even put another one of these just tucked in. Oh yeah, that'll do. So you've just filled up the whole basis of the card there like that, so it's got that look where you've got your flowers and when you look at them they're actually coming in off the side of the card. Take that off of there because I want to put one more just over and under there, just to hide that edge there. Like I said, it's always, each one that you do is different, so it just gives it that sort of that full bouquet look. Add our second centre here. And I thought liquid glass on those would really make them stand out, put some bling all over it. What am I going to do now? Oh, now we'll do the little bumper bit, which is that bit there. We'll make that right now, and that we're going to make, where did I put that? There it is. Couldn't find it. And we'll do that in the yellow as well, in the honey. And then we'll just do the, I like to bring that just slightly so I can see where it needs to go. Make a little banners out of it, and that's 1 inch by 3.5 inches, that little piece there. I love that saying, laugh as much as you breathe. That's also out of the Wavy Blooms set. Now I'll just get a little bit of the foam. Cut this in half because you don't need a great deal, it's just enough to hold it in place. And I want something slightly deeper than the other ones. And you're going to come in about 1/2 inch from there. Centre it up. it is, and there's your little card already done. See, it's a very quick, easy little card to make. And excuse me, it doesn't matter what flowers you have and what size your card is. Like I said, this is a 5.5 by 4 1/4, and this one's a 4 by 6, but they still look just as good as each other. This is just slightly smaller than this one. So until next time, keep on creating, and bye for now.